Hello everyone and welcome back to Solo Curioso on our tutorial series on Git and GitHub. So in this third video of our tutorial series, I am going to tell you how you can create a local repository, how you can add files to it, make some changes in those files, and how you can record those changes locally on your local repository. I will also show you how you can reflect those changes in the remote repository that is available on GitHub. So without wasting any time, let's start. First, we will create a directory on our local machine, which we will be using as our local repository. And for that, first of all, we need to open a terminal window. You will be opening a terminal if you are using Linux or Mac, and you can open command prompt if you are using a Windows operating system. So let's start. First of all, I need to move into the location where I want my repository to be created. So I will be creating this repository on my desktop. So let me change my working directory to desktop using the cd desktop command, in which cd stands for change directory. Now you can see here that I am on my desktop. Now let's create a directory, and for that we use a command mkdir and then the name of the directory. I am giving this directory a name of git test. So as soon as I run this command, you can see a folder on my desktop was created, that is git test. So this is the directory that we are going to use as our local repository. Now let's initialize this folder within git repository. Let's move into the folder again using the same command cd git test. Now here you can see that I am inside the folder git test. So this is our directory in which a local repository is gonna be created. Now to initialize this folder with a git repository, we are gonna use the command git init. This initializes this folder with an empty git repository. You can see here, it is initialized with an empty git repository. Now if you are able to successfully run this command, it means that Git is already installed on your machine. You don't have to worry about installing Git if you are using a Linux or Mac operating system, as Git comes as a pre-installed application on these operating systems. But if you are using a Windows, you need to install Git manually. And I will be adding a link in the description to this video from where you can install the Git version control system. So moving on, now let's open our browser. Let's open GitHub. Now as I told you in the previous video, we are gonna use this sign in button after we have created our account. So let's go to the sign in page and sign in with the username that we created. Let's fill in the password. Okay. Now we are logged into our GitHub account. Now here we are gonna create a repository on GitHub. So I'm gonna use this plus sign on the top right corner of our screen, and then I can select the new repository from here to create a repository, or I can directly click on this green button you can see here. Now as soon as I click on it, it takes me to another page where it asks me to fill in some details like what is the name of the repository that I want. So I'm gonna use the same name for the remote repository that I have on my local machine. You can also use a different name if you want to. I am using git test as we did on our local machine. Now it asks me to fill in description. I'm not gonna fill any description right now. The privacy is public, and I'm also not gonna initialize this with a readme file. Let's click on create repository, and our repository on GitHub is created. Now here you can see there is a list of commands that will help us to go through this tutorial, in which we will create a readme file using our terminal. And we have already initialized our folder with a git repository, so we are not gonna use this command. And let's follow on, you will understand it as we perform these operations. So first of all, let's create the readme.md file with a message git test in it. That is the heading of our readme file. So for this, I'm gonna type in echo. In the inverted commas, I will be giving the description that I want to be added in the file, that is hashtag git test. Okay. Now I'm gonna push these changes in a file readme.md. We are done. Now as I open my folder, you can see a readme file is created here, and it will contain a message hashtag git test. Now let's follow on with the next steps. We are not gonna use the git init as we have already initialized our directory with an empty git repository. Now let's stage these changes into the staging area, and for that we use the git add command. So let's type in git add the file name. Now this file is added to our staging area. Now let's commit these changes in our local repository using the command git commit -m first commit. This is the commit message that I am providing, and the -m that you see here is for specifying that I will be adding a message as a string. Okay, you can see one file has been added to my local repository. Now you're most likely interested in storing this on your remote repository. So before pushing these changes to the web, we need to connect this local repository with the repository that we have on GitHub. So for that, I will be typing git remote add origin, and then I specify the URL to my Git repository that is on GitHub. Let's copy and paste the URL. This is the URL that I will be using for my repository. Let's copy it, let's paste it, and let's run this command. Now my local repository and the remote repository are connected, and I can push the changes of my local repository on the web. So let's push them, git push. Mostly you will be using this command, but as this is the first time that I am pushing some changes to my online repository, so I need to specify a upstream branch, that is the master branch. So I'm gonna specify a upstream branch origin, and the name of the upstream branch is master. Now we are done. Now as you can see, there's some process, and all these changes are pushed to a remote repository. You can verify them by refreshing the page of your repository. Let's see. Now here you can see that I have one commit here, and the message that I gave in my local repository, that is first commit. Let me show you these changes on the terminal. We can use the git log command, and it will tell me about what are the commits that I have made and when I have made and all other details. Now let's add a file in our local repository. For that, let me open my text editor. Let me type in something here like, hey everybody, I hope you find this interesting. So these are the lines that I'm gonna add into a file. Now let's save this file in our local repository. So let's save them. Now let's once again change the status of our repository. Git status. This is the command that we type in to check the status of our repository. As I run this command, you can see that here I get some message. It's pretty long, but this is what we are interested in. It tells us that we have some untracked files, and the name is test.rtf. It is also not staged. If it was staged, it will be shown in green color. Let's stage this file. Git add test.rtf. Now this file is in the staging area. Now let's check in the status once again. You can see now this new file has been added to our repository and it is in the green color, as you can see. Now let's commit these changes. Git commit -m for message. The message is created a file, and now let's commit. Now these changes are recorded in our local repository. Let's check them out, typing in git log. Now you can see that I have two commits here. First was the first commit. The second commit that I made was with a message created a file. Okay, now let's go and modify our file. Let's type in here happy learning, because learning can never be boring. Let's save this file. I'm done. Now let's once again check the status of our repository. Now here once again you see a pretty long message, and the one we are interested in is again this, and it is modified test.rtf. So again this is in the red color, and this means that we have not staged these changes in the staging area. So let's stage them. Again we use the git add command, specify the file name. Now this is in the staging area. Let's verify it. You see modified test.rtf. Okay, now let's commit these changes. Git commit -m for message, modified a file. This is the message that I am gonna give. Now here's another commit that we made to our repository. Let's once again see the log, typing in git log. Now here you can see that I have three commits here. First commit, second commit, third commit. Now you might have observed that I have not pushed these changes to our web, that is on our remote repository, and you can verify these by just refreshing our repository page. You can see that there is only one commit, and that was the first commit. Now if I push these changes on the web, you will see that I have three commits here. So let's go ahead and push these changes to the web. We use the git push command. Again there will be some process, and I have already added a SSH key on my machine, so I don't need to fill in my username and password every time I push some changes from my local repository to remote repository. We can have a separate tutorial video for it, but you might be asked to fill in the username and password every time you push some changes from your local repository to remote repository. That's nothing to worry about. So now if I refresh the page on my GitHub account, there are three commits here, you can see. Also there is a file test.rtf. Let me show you the commits. Here you can see the first commit, the second one was with a message created a file, the third one was with a message modified a file. Now let's go ahead and compare some changes. You can see as this file is in an RTF format, so there are some other lines that have been added here, but you can see that I added hey everybody, and I hope you find this interesting. Now let's get back one step and open the third commit to compare some changes. Here you can see that I hope you find this interesting. This has been modified as there was some different message here. So here it is showing me that I have added this line here again, and there's another line happy learning that we added in the second commit. So here we end our tutorial with basic git commands. Next up we will be learning some advanced git concepts like how to create a branch, how you can work on different versions of a file on different branches, and how you can merge the changes of two different branches into one. If you like this video, you can show us your love by giving a thumbs up. and don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed our channel, what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Happy learning!